moving on to the first game of the night, which could go down as the game of the season. It had everything. It had goals. It had what looked like it was going to be an upset, and it had some incredible tactical display from Fitzroy to get back into the game.
Mm-hmm.
It was Balwyn versus Fitzroy, the champions, the state league champions versus the serious futsal champions, and kicked off with Semon Araha, who's been slowly growing. If anyone was an avid follower of the championship last season, they'd know that he was one of the best players in the league.
Mm-hmm.
But this season, I think he's taking game by game. He's been taking it game by game, and that game was his real time to shine.
Yeah.
And he came in,
Absolutely.
scored a hat-trick. He scored, I believe, the first goal in the opening. He was finishing so coolly and calmly against Tamburino.
Yeah, not easy to beat Tambo, the Batman. So
Yeah, it was just...
when's the last time Batman conceded 6?
Yeah, I don't know. We'd have to go... I don't think Fitzroy have conceded 6 goals this season.
Yeah,
No way. So that's a testament to Balwyn. Fernando versus old team.
Yeah.
Scored against his old team.
Celebrated
like... I think he did like 6 celebrations in one. It was so funny. It was so good to get photos of. But in the end, in the last few minutes, I think there was 1 minute on the clock. 6-4 to Balwyn. Fitzroy switched the 5th man.
Yeah.
And
Worked a
Fitzroy
treat.
got back in the game.
Elias
Last 10
Parthamos.
seconds. Elias Parthamos, the greatest photo
The
op
golden
I've ever
child.
had. Yeah, the golden child of series futsal and futsalers, I guess. Great photo op. Elias doesn't celebrate much.
No.
And I got a great shot of him. But yeah, they couldn't deal with the 5th man. They lost 2-0 in penalties. Didn't bury one.
Yeah, so that's something to go back to. Look, I don't want to knock Balwyn because it was a phenomenal result first of all for them to push Fitzroy to pens.
Right.
And obviously from their first game, I remember watching Balwyn first game. I think it's going to be a long season for them.
Yep.
That's genuinely what
Me
I
too.
thought.
No, I thought the exact same thing.
First couple games, and then their signings started to come in, and their players with those signings, they've just brought all the players along with them. It just elevated everyone. So I didn't realise they were capable of the things they've been doing. So
Yeah.
Fernando, obviously, great signing. Billy Attic in goals, great signing. And Simon's come back. I don't think he missed maybe the first game.
He's been off and on,
Yeah.
hasn't played every game.
So the consistency is going to be important. We've seen what happens to teams that don't have the consistency in players.
Right.
But yeah, phenomenal Balwyn. They'll go back to training and probably work on 5th man and how to defend it. And I'm sure Fernando will set them straight.
Well, a big point that came from that match was the referees. Don't know if you've seen it, but there were some controversial calls.
Yes.
There was Elias Parthamos bringing down, I can't remember who it was. I can't remember the player. It might have been Jamil Shaban or Hannah Shimon, I don't know. But they were running into an open net. Elias Parthamos looked like a bit of a tactical foul, used his body.
Yeah.
But no yellow card. I don't even think it might have been a yellow card, but it wasn't a red. Is my point. I reviewed it. Wasn't a red card. Andre Caro got in front. Andre Caro blocked the angle that makes it look like he would have stopped it, which is the rule.
So I was having a chat on Friday night.
Yeah.
So the rule that Joseph was saying, this was on the commentary, so you can go back to the Vic Friendship game and Vic Friendship Mullen game. He said that as long as it's a footballing challenge or a futsal challenge,
like the
right?
clear challenge for the ball.
Yes,
Ball
like
still
as in
there.
the intention is to win the ball.
Yeah.
The intention isn't to take out the man. Then you won't get a red card if you're last man barkeeper, right? So that's what they're saying. So
well, that goes into the conversation of Harry Robotis. Did you see it?
no,
Your
I haven't seen it.
old youngster,
No, I haven't seen it.
young target. So
I missed it.
Billy Attic, had the ball about to drop one of his famous footy kicks with the net wide open. Harry Robotis jumps from behind him, blocks the kick as it's left his hand,
That's
blocks
a
the
yellow
kick,
card.
but it's an open net. So the talk is that it's a red card. I think somewhere that recently there's been a rule change where I heard it too. I did hear it. I'm not going to act like I didn't.
Yeah.
I think I know what the appeal's for because I feel like I heard that counts as a red card because it's actually an open net. It's an open shot.
Yeah, right.
Like I know there's players in the way, and then Harry blocked. So he blocked that shot, and they gave a yellow, and that's where it really it got
Ticked
heated
off,
up because
yeah.
it was
A goal opportunity, open net. Yeah.
Well, it's
and that'll seal the game almost.
because if they lose their player Fitzroy, how can they get back in with their 5th man
that's
not
right.
really working to their advantage? So a lot to talk about there. I think the referees will bring it up on their famous podcast that seems to ring.
The infamous podcast.
The infamous. That's the way I
Not
should have
famous
put it.
yet.
Yeah. The infamous podcast. But still, I think Balwyn could have done better. They will be very upset with themselves as well. I get that they're.
It's important now for them to, reflect. Put it away,
I don't know if
move on.
they even called a timeout there when the fifth man was called. I think I hope I'm not wrong, but I'm pretty sure they had a timeout to call and they didn't.
Interesting.
So that's I'll hear it in my messages if I'm incorrect. Moving on, it was an amazing game. Both teams should be proud for how they either had the lead had the lead against the champions of Series Futsal, or how they came back when they were down.
Absolutely.
So both teams definitely some positives to come out.